Hello, humans of the interwebs. I'm deciding to do a really random video. I've been watching, like YouTubers, like booktubers, I guess, and I wanna show you guys my books. All like 5 of you that are probably watching this. So, I'm first gonna show you the books that I've read, and if I liked them. And then I'm going to show you the books that I haven't read. These are the books that I have read. These are the books that I haven't read. So I don't read a lot, and I'm mainly, I think, trying to do this because I want to like encourage myself to read more because I spend too much time on the internet, just like any other teen. My face is really white. So let's get started. Okay, so for the first book, it's Jasmine and Maddie. So the next book is this book. It's one of those like abusive relationship stories where it's like what's worse, flinching every time your boyfriend gets angry or being alone, and it's really short. I read it in like one day. So, but I liked it though. It's pretty good. Now there's also The Secret of Rover. And I probably read this book like 3 or 4 times when I was like in 5th and 6th grade. I freaking loved this book. I don't know why, but it's just so interesting to me that I read it a ton. So, it's really interesting. But, yeah. By the way, the ones that say that, like free, uncorrected proof, like not for sale, these are the ones I got for free. I got a lot of books for free because I go to like ALA conferences. So yeah. Next is Things Not Seen. Oh, that's cool. So I read this book in like 5th grade, and it's about this like invisible boy. He like, I don't know how he turned invisible, but he did. And I don't remember it much because it's like been 4 years since I've read this. So, next book is So Not Okay. It's about bullying and these girls that are like fighting back against bullying that's going on in their school. There's a girl named Ginger that gets bullied a lot, and like people are like these just little group of girls is trying to like just stop it. Like, so I liked it. It was about bullying, and I've gone through lots of bullying, so I know what it's like. Next is Dear Nobody, The True Diary of Mary Rose. And this is like in the diary form, of course. It says diary on the front, but it's in like the diary form. It's really cool. But this is probably like my favorite book ever. And I just recently read it. I read it so fast. But it's like, it's about a girl who has cystic fibrosis. And, sorry, my dog's barking. Don't know why. Okay, but just, it's really good. You can pause that if you want. Now, here's this book. The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. And I really like this book. I read it a lot when I was, I don't even know how old I was, but it's one of those like books that's like this. Oh, crap. There's a lot of pictures in it. And it was just a really good book, and I read it a ton. Like, I read it like 3 or 4 times. Just like The Secret of Rover. Now, there's The Cellar by Natasha Preston. It's on Wattpad. I just got this book today. I've already read it, like, on Wattpad, but I've really loved this book. Like, go get it. This is also one of my favorite books. I'm gonna do probably a whole nother video of my favorite books ever. So, I mean, I don't know. Kind of already going through that, like, right now. Okay. Now my next book is The Invention of Hugo Cabret. It's very big, but once you look inside, here's pictures. I read this book in how much? Like, I read it less than a day, less than 12 hours. It's a really good book. I stayed up until midnight reading it. And it was like, I was like in 5th grade again. Like, seriously. I read a lot when I was in 5th grade in elementary school. Middle school, not very much. High school. Okay, now there is the Hot Zone. We had to read this for biology. It's about Ebola, the terrifying true story of the origins of the Ebola virus. It's really gruesome. It's gross. Like, at the very first chapter, it's really gross. Ugh. It's just gross. Like, I don't even know where to begin with this. It's just gross. But you should read it. It's good. Next is Stronger Than You Know. And this is also one of my favorite books because it's about a girl who's kind of like, she went through a lot of stuff when she was little. Not really even little, just she's gone through a lot of stuff. And she has a hard time being around like men. And she just technically. There you go, you can pause if you want. Now there is To Kill a Mockingbird. Of course, every high schooler has to read this. I seemed really snobbish, but I honestly didn't read the whole thing. I read most of it because I did. But we had to read this for English, and I actually liked it. It's just, I'm so white. It's just like, it's hard to read for something like, if your whole class is reading it and they have quizzes, it's just hard to read. I don't like doing that. It's just hard. Then there's Matched, which this is a dystopian novel that also goes with this and also Reached. I don't have the other book, but did I get this? No. This, I'm gonna go over both of these books. I read this whole thing, but I didn't read this whole book. Just, I don't really like dystopian novels. I don't like reading them very much. I mean, it was good, but I don't like reading it. I'm not saying don't read those. I'm just saying I don't like reading dystopians. And then there's Twilight. I don't know why I read this. Like, I have Twilight and then I have Eclipse. And like, that was weird. I don't have New Moon, so I don't want to read Eclipse unless I have a New Moon. Of course, I've seen the movies. I haven't seen the movies, but it's quite interesting. The book related to the movie, but next is Touching Spirit Bear. We had to read this for 7th grade English, and I actually really liked this book. I actually finished this book. It was a really good book. It made me kind of feel really inspirational. Like, I don't... Do you hear my stepdad laughing back there? That's creepy. But I really liked this book. You should read it. It's cute. It's not really cute as much as, like... I don't know. It's just, I liked it. And then there's Speak, which I had this book autographed and stuff. But I first saw the movie of this and I didn't know that it was in a book. It was like a book. I was like, holy crap. But when I was reading this, I was like, this seems like the movie speak. It was really weird. And then it like came to me, I was like, oh my god, it's the same thing. So yeah, you should totally read this. It's really good. I love it. Then there's Jenna and Jonas Foxman. I don't really remember this book much. I know it's about, there's like paparazzi in it. And I don't know, I don't remember it much. But there you go. Jenna and Jonas Foxman. This is a really long video. Doing like 30 seconds on each thing, holy crap. But then there's Mad Love. I read this in like 6th or 7th grade. I don't really remember what it's about either. Oh well. Then there's 7 Kinds of Ordinary Catastrophes. I read this book twice. I really liked this book. Can't remember why. Can't remember what it was about, but I liked it, so. I read OYMG. It's about a Jewish girl going to a Christian camp. Which I'm not religious or anything, but I mean, I really liked this book because it was like, it was just really interesting. And then there is The Mysterious Benedict Society. And this was a pretty good book. It was really weird. It was really long, but I actually got through it. Look at the cover of it, like, without this on. I like it. But yeah, I liked this book. I think I read it. I read this in like 6th grade. It was really good. I liked it. You should get it and read it. Okay, now we're getting to the books. Like, we're now at the books that I have not read, and I'm just going to literally show them really fast because I don't want this video to be too long. Totally forgot. I've read these 3 books. The name of this book is Secret. If you're reading this, it's too late. And this book isn't good for you. Is not good for you, whatever. But I have not read the 4th book. This isn't what it looks like. But they're really weird books. I like them though. So, here you have it. So there's The Watcher, and I'm just literally gonna go like this. The Book of Nonsense, which it looks really cool and I like it. Like, look how small the thing is. And then there's The Book of Knowledge, which is also really cute, and I like it. It's really nice too. Then there is This Star Won't Go Out, which I'm really excited to read this, and I just got it today. And I'm just excited about reading it. Still Missing. Beautiful Music for Ugly Children. Projection. Spirits of the... No! I don't know how to pronounce that, but whatever. The Waking. Out for Blood. Savvy. Now, actually, I've read about half of this book, and I quit. I don't know why I did, but I did. Everybody Bugs Out. Blindsided. The Kissing Game. Short stories. Anything But Ordinary. Counting Backwards. Blind Spot. Wolves of the Beyond, Lone Wolf. Wolves of the Beyond, Shadow Wolf. Dog Tacos. Julie of the Wolves. The Incredible Journey. The Giver. The 39 Clues, One False Note. Island of the Blue Dolphins. Mary, the Summoning. Wildlife. Mouse. The Only Thing to Fear. Violins of Hope. Anatomy of a whatever. The Forgotten Girls. A Different Me. For goodness sakes. This one I'm really also excited to read. It's The Hunting of Sunshine Girl, my favorite YouTuber ever. Then there's The Marshmallow Test. Then there's Sanctum and Asylum. Eclipse. The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner. A tale for the time being. The future for curious people. I'm glad I did. American Lighting. It was me all along. The Alliance. The Life We Bury. How to Get Filthy Rich in Rising Asia. The Happiest People in the World. In the Red. Keep Your Friends Close. The Story Hour. The Missing One. Hellhole. The Gone Dead Train. How to Build a Girl. Bird Box. Don't open your eyes. Last Night at the Blue Angel. Painted Horses. Andy Under Pressure. Descent. In Front of God and Everybody, Confessions of Evil Grace. Elusive. Her. Sarah's Choice. A Blind Spot for Boys. Beauty of the Broken. The Book of Strange New Things. Look how big this book is, man. Look at that. It's so big. Sinner. Buzzkill. The Opposite of Love. Crazy. Graduation Day. Love is the Drug. Where Silence Gathers. Unmade. Dark Metropolis. Okay, so those are all my books, and I'm sorry that this video has been so long. But okay. I'm done. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time on The Pickle Show. Okay, anyway, goodbye.